Labour has been accused of avoiding a showdown with Reform UK at the ballot box after it was revealed that local elections in several key target areas for the surging party face potential cancellation. This morning, local government minister Jim McMahon stated that some local elections scheduled for next year might not proceed due to local authorities being closed or merged. Reform, which has gained momentum in council elections even from a standing start, reacted furiously to the announcement. In today's video, we'll break down the latest developments, including Nigel Farage's response to the situation. But first, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and join our fast-growing community. Quick note: as mentioned earlier, this morning local government minister Jim McMahon confirmed that some local elections next year could be called off as local councils are closed or merged. Reform UK expressed outrage, particularly as the party has been making gains in council elections. LBC revealed that Kent, Essex, Lancashire, Hertfordshire and Sussex are among the areas Labour is reportedly considering cancelling local elections as part of Angela Rayner's devolution initiative. With Reform targeting seats nationwide ahead of the May elections, the party's leadership issued stark warnings, accusing Labour of threatening democracy. A party spokesperson said, "It's crystal clear these elections are being cancelled because of Reform's rise. Labour are running scared of the ballot box. They know the only way to avoid defeat is to cancel the elections." Party chairman Zia Youssef posted on social media. First, Labour's former deputy PM, Baroness Harman, claimed Reform threatens democracy simply for daring to offer British voters a real alternative. She specifically highlighted Labour's dismal performance in council by-elections. Now, a Labour minister is openly discussing scrapping local elections altogether. This authoritarian Labour government is a genuine threat to democracy. McMahon attempted to clarify, stating the elections are going ahead for now, but added that during any reorganisation process, elections typically do not proceed for councils that will no longer exist. He confirmed there would be a statutory consultation before any local authorities are changed, but also noted that some councils have already requested reorganisation. Youssef delivered another stinging rebuke, condemning Labour's plans for the devolution shake-up. Labour are attempting to halt the English county council elections, he said. Only yesterday, Harriet Harman was lamenting Labour's poor by-election results. Starmer is governing like a man in utter desperation. Later, Nigel Farage stated that cancelling elections in certain parts of the country where Reform is gaining traction is a clear act of desperation by the government. They dare accuse us of being a threat to democracy, yet they behave like dictators in a third world regime. Despite her warnings about threats to democracy, Baroness Harman recently commended Reform's by-election gains, noting cases where the party surged from nothing to secure 40% of the vote, while Labour's share dwindled. The former interim Labour leader made a broader forecast regarding Nigel Farage's party's future. "I'm quite torn over this because I don't want to give Reform a platform," she told Sky News, "but I genuinely think Reform will replace the Conservatives at the next election. They seem to have a clear argument and they know what it is." What do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments. In other news, a flight from Morocco to Glasgow was forced to make an emergency landing in Portugal due to a passenger's disruptive behaviour, which raised safety concerns. Flight EZY 3176 from Agadir to Glasgow diverted to Faro on Tuesday, 10th December. The flight left Agadir at 8:27 p.m. and made an unscheduled landing. After the passenger was removed, the aircraft departed Faro at 9:55 p.m, eventually arriving at Glasgow Airport at 12:54 a.m. Portuguese authorities removed and arrested the disruptive passenger upon landing. An EasyJet spokesperson confirmed. Flight EZY 3176 from Agadir to Glasgow on 10th December diverted to Faro, where it was met by police due to a disruptive passenger on board. Once the passenger had disembarked, the flight continued to Glasgow. They added, "Our cabin crew are trained to assess and handle all situations promptly to ensure the safety of the flight and passengers is never compromised. While such occurrences are rare, we take them extremely seriously and do not tolerate disruptive behaviour. The safety and well-being of our customers and crew remain EasyJet's highest priority." Lastly, uncertainty surrounds the attendance of the Prince and Princess of Wales at King Charles's annual pre-Christmas lunch, following claims that the gathering has been moved to Buckingham Palace. The traditional festive event, which usually sees around 70 members of the extended royal family come together, was previously held at Windsor Castle for the past 2 years. However, it is believed the Wales family may already have left for their Norfolk residence, Anmer Hall, to begin the school holidays with their 3 children. The timing of the festive lunch could prove pivotal in deciding whether the future king and his family will join this year's celebrations at the palace. The Wales family's possible absence arises from the timing of their customary retreat to Anmer Hall, their Norfolk residence, during the school holidays. Their schedule is shaped around their children's term dates, with their Norfolk home offering a much-favoured escape. Reports suggest the Prince and Princess of Wales's attendance at the palace gathering will hinge entirely on whether they've already departed London for their countryside residence. This year's timing poses a particular challenge as the venue moves to Buckingham Palace, a shift from the past 2 years at Windsor Castle. Their attendance would carry weight, given their historical participation, including photographs taken at past Christmas lunches, such as in 2018. The Royal Christmas Lunch is traditionally an opportunity for dozens of extended family members who are unable to join the main Sandringham gathering. Mike Tyndall once gave a rare glimpse into the scale of the occasion, revealing, "There must be about 70 of us there. There are 7 tables, and the kiddies have their own little one in a different room." Expected attendees include the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh, the Princess Royal, Mike and Zara Tyndall, and Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie with their families. The late Queen Elizabeth II's cousins, such as Prince and Princess Michael of Kent, the Duke of Kent, and the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester, are also likely to be present. The Duke of York has been encouraged to make a discreet arrival and departure for this year's event. King Charles has chosen Buckingham Palace as the venue for this year's gathering, marking a notable departure from the previous 2 years, when Windsor Castle played host. What are your thoughts on today's discussion? Let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more British content. Thank you. Take care and goodbye.